All right, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about why it's important to leave some engaging comments on LinkedIn. Um, Obviously, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, oh, well, if I leave comments and things like that, it's going to kind of boost some more like attention about who I am and like what I do. Obviously, that's number one. Um, but I would say there's two other things that I wanted to kind of talk about. One, yeah, it is going to bring more attention to you. I talked about this in another video, so I'm not going to kind of go into depth on this. You can also check out this video for more of like the details on it. But as I leave comments on certain people's profiles, it will also allow me to be found on their people also viewed by. So let's just say, I'm popping up for Taylor over here, which is kind of cool because I haven't really targeted anything of like his content or anything. But let's say I wanted to capture his audience. I could do that by trying to leave more engaging comments like on his actual posts. And then that will lead people from his profile into my profile. So that's really beneficial. The other part about it, though, is it does pick you up a lot more profile views, as well as like likes on your other stuff. I think this is like why all these things are kind of cohesive and go together. As I have my featured stuff up, I have posts up, and I'm leaving these engaging comments. I get a lot of like trickle in effect throughout the day. I'll get a lot of people that just kind of randomly are adding me throughout the day. They see a comment. I'll see it where, they like a comment or they'll respond to a comment I made. They'll come in, they view my profile, and then they like something else of mine, or they, will asked to connect with me. So it just makes it a little bit easier to kind of relieve a little bit of the pressure. I think in this case, it does, two things there as well, where if you are newer to LinkedIn and you're maybe not so sure about like what you want to post yet or what to even talk about, honestly, what I did when I first started off, I thought of like things that I could kind of think of like TED Talks. I would go to like TED Talks or like TEDx, right? And look for the content there by choosing content. And I would just engage with stuff that I felt was interesting. It didn't have to be TED Talks. It could be, cars or politics or Salesforce stuff, because that's what I talk a lot about now, LinkedIn tips, literally anything I was interested about talking about. One, I was trying to go through and observe what people talked about so that I could get ideas for myself. And then two, I would, because I wasn't posting, I would just leave a nice comment from what I thought that was engaging, kind of recapping or thoughtful. And that drove a lot of people initially over to me and kind of built confidence, I guess you could say, to be like, okay, cool. People are interested in this. It's almost like a testing type of experiment. Like people are interested in what I had to say or this comment I left. Maybe I could form some type of content around that. But the main idea behind all this is it's driving more attention, and it takes the pressure off of feeling like you always have to post to get that engagement. You can also just spend your time going to other people's content and just commenting and leaving thoughtful posts on their content, and be able to kind of drive people into your own brand, be able to drive people over to who it is that you are and find those job opportunities. So just wanted to call that out. It's a helpful tip that's been super nice for me to utilize.